All right, what's going on, everyone? Thank you for joining me on your Sunday. So, haven't started anything up yet on my... Is there anyone else there that would like to do a shit? Whether or not you may have Navigraph subscription or not, doesn't matter. If you're interested in doing a shared cockpit, I am all about it. You don't have to jump on the stream and speak if you don't want to, but just to show you guys how serious I am, I have all of my mods here. More than happy to get rid of those. So I'll give you guys a moment. See, we have some viewers checking in. If anyone wants to do a shared cockpit, just let me know. You can say it in Twitch chat or join our Discord if you wish, and message me in private. I'm going to leave the offer open, let's say for the next 2 minutes. And if I don't get any bites, we'll go ahead and start. But if anyone changes their mind and decides they want to do it, they can always let me know. To do this, and I just want to go over this before we do have anyone jumping at the chance, you will need to download your controls. We can talk on stream about how to get this. It's a free app. Essentially, I'm going to host the server, and I'll give you a special code to type in, and that's it. You just select your aircraft, type in some random username, doesn't matter what it is, and that's it. You will also need the fly-by-wire A320. We are going to be flying that again today. Guys, and I'm not sure if Jetliner's checking in today, but yeah, we crashed and burned yesterday. And you know, I'm gonna attribute it to two things. Number one, poor planning on my part for fuel. Flying separate planes. You know what? Hey, what do you mean, bro? Thank you for checking us out. You know what? Let me finish my statement first, and then I'll address what he said. What you say, man? So attribute it to two things. One, poor planning, because we didn't plan ahead for fuel correctly. But secondly, this really was the fault of this new Velocity 1 Turtle Beach flight stick that I'm using. It's brand new. I just got it a couple of days ago and still figuring it out. And I learned it's got a twisting feature so that if you twist your wrist to the left or to the right, it actually moves the joystick. And I found out during the stream yesterday that that actually controls rudder. And that is not what I want at all, because I have rudder pedals. And so in the middle of trying to save an aircraft and land with no engines at the closest airport, started messing with my wrist and twisting my wrist to control the aircraft, and it started going into a crazy dive, essentially. So either way, I have fixed that. I have taken off the rudder control from moving left and right, so the joystick should just function as a yoke now, and only a yoke, which is what I was intending for it to focus on. All of my buttons on here I've set up and mapped, and they seem to work fine. The flaps are a little finicky. In fact, I think, guys, before we start the stream, I'm going to go ahead and try to set up this throttle, the flaps and the throttle itself on the A320 to make sure it's synced up with this controller. But other than that, guys, I do apologize. You know, we would have had our first auto land, but messed up with fuel. Now, what do you mean, bro? Let me address what you said. I was listening to some of my previous streams. I didn't listen to the entirety of it, but I felt like I was getting a little impatient with you, and I apologize. It was because I didn't want, and I think you're with me, I didn't want it to mess up the stream to where we had a crash and burn situation to where I couldn't control the aircraft. But it's up to you. I mean, as far as doing separate planes, that's fine. You're obviously not going to be on the stream at all. You know, we're going to be on the stream focusing on the aircraft that we're on, and you're just kind of going to be in the Vatsim network with us. But you're more than welcome to fly with us. Everything's going to be mapped out on Vatsim itself. Why not use the Boeing Sim throttles? Because I want to use everything that came with it. The whole point of getting this flight stick, and if I start to get louder, guys, I'm sorry. It's because I'm leaning my face down towards the mic and looking at this flight stick. But the reason I got this thing was because I wanted to be a very small footprint on my desk, and still have the capabilities of everything this whole Boeing setup has. And it does. I mean, it has everything, even including rudder control. However, I don't like that, and my rudder pedals don't take up any desk space. They're sitting on the floor, so I don't care about those. But the yoke and the throttle quadrant take up a lot of desk space. So the intent of this was, if I can get used to this and get to where I enjoy it, that's so sad to say, then it could take the place of my yoke or my bowing setup. So I'm going to continue using this flight stick because I bought it and I want to try it. And for the most part, the only complaints that I have could be, user error, and it could be something that I could fix very easily. So we're going to continue using this, and I still haven't taken down my bowing setup. My throttle quadrant for my bowing and my bowing yoke are still here. But for now, again, I'm going to try to continue using this because of how small it is. I actually like how small it is. But anyway, back to shared cockpit. It's past the time, so I'm going to go ahead and start the game. But if anyone changes their mind, including you, what do you mean, bro, and you want to do a shared cockpit, please let me know. I do want to make a mention of one thing before we get started. I did do a quick search, I think it was today, not last night, but of how to do a mid-air engine restart. Geez, Airbus really is kind of weird, but you can either do like a windmill restart where you get to about 300 knots and you have to do a descent to get to about 300 knots. But if you can do that, you can start the engines, reignite the engines without needing the starter. But there is a way to do it under 300 knots. You also have to be, I think, below 27,000. But there's one thing we missed, guys. So you have to turn the starter on. You have to turn the ignition to starter. You have to kill both engines, or the 1 and 2. You have to set the throttle to idle, and you have to turn bleed on the overhead panel. That was the thing we missed because it's set to auto, and for some reason, I guess you have to manually turn it on. So once you turn that bleed on, and once you ignite that engine, N1 and N2 should kick on. It should ignite, and then you should be able to just continue doing what you're doing. But if you're below 260 knots or 300 knots, I can't remember which one it is for the 320, and you can't do a windmill start to where the wind is actually turning the turbine, then there is a starter that's supposed to kick on automatically to start the engine. So apparently the only thing we missed was the bleed, but the bleed doesn't make any sense, because if the bleed's set to auto, it should auto cross-feed fuel the way it doesn't make any sense. So I think personally it was a glitch in the game, and no matter what we did, even if we reignited strictly per the checklist, we wouldn't have been able to get an engine reignite. And that was a true time when a co-pilot would have been helpful, because one of us could have been controlling the aircraft, keeping us in the air at a decent altitude, while the other was trying to run through reigniting the engines, etc., contacting ATC, things like that. Because my attention went solely to trying to reignite the engines, and I don't even know how fast we descended down to 6,000 or 4,000, whatever we were at. And at that point, it was way too late to try to find a airport to divert to. So just many multiple mistakes that compounded on one another for that crash last night. But just like I told Jetliner, there's no shame in my game. If you look at some of my recent streams or some of my past streams, I'm not even sure how much is on Twitch at this point, but all of my stuff is going to be on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, because those don't delete. So if you ever want to see an archive and Twitch only has the last 2 weeks, you can, or whatever, you can always go to my YouTube, etc., and see any of my streams, all the way going back to the very beginning. But if you'll see some of my past streams, they're not all perfect. Some of them are buttery smooth landings, where I take manual control and I do a visual approach. Some of them aren't buttery smooth. Sometimes I crash, sometimes I run out of fuel, sometimes I have sim issues, sometimes I have joystick issues. I have all kinds of issues, you gotta understand, this is a computer simulation, so it's not a real thing, meaning, some things are gonna happen through the sim and through the joystick that's not truly gonna happen in real life. However, there's a equal opposing thing there where there are truly going to have, you're going to have failures in real life that are not always going to come through on the sim, because the sim is going to look at it like a luck of the draw thing. Like it's only going to throw it out randomly, versus real life, it can happen at any time. All right, so let's get started. And I'm going to try to remember, since we're not doing a shared cockpit today, to re-enable those failures, because that's the reason we bounced off the ground yesterday instead of crashing. And what do you mean, bros? If you change your mind, you want to do one, let me know. I'll definitely won't be in have any kind of, let's say, attitude or any kind of, and I don't even think it was that bad. I don't think I made it that noticeable, but it did sound like I was getting a little impatient, and I don't want it to be like that. Shared cockpit should be a fun thing. I think what would have helped in that scenario was if we could have had some communication in Discord. You could have been like, hey, I'm going to change the MCDU, or hey, I'm doing this, because I didn't know what you were doing when I was trying to do things, and then you would do things on top of me and it would mess things up. So communication is helpful, but that's the only thing. And plus, in real life, you don't have to communicate that, hey, I'm doing something, because I'll be able to see your hands and see what you're doing. So some differences, but and we'll go ahead and file our flight plan while we're waiting for flight sim to load up. And from what I checked on the map, we have delivery and ground in Charlotte, and as of right now, JFK has no one, but let's hope they get someone later. They did have tower, I think, on, or maybe it was ground on earlier, but they got off. That's okay. And of course, we're going to do 1465 Southwest. Guys, we may change this and fly Delta or American Airlines at some point. I'm not a Southwest Airlines fanboy or anything by any means. And correct me if I'm wrong, because I haven't flown in a while, but isn't Southwest one of the like cheaper options? Isn't it like a budget option as far as flying? All right, Charlotte to JFK. Boston's going to be our alternate. All right, looks good. And guys, I don't use SimBrief to its full potential, because I'll let SimBrief calculate a lot of things for me. It's just better. There are a lot of things that you can go in here and manually input to adjust your route, adjust your cruise, adjust your souls on board, all that stuff, adjust your taxi out, taxi in time. I just leave it to all default. This is going to be a pretty short flight, hour and let's say an hour and a half. Let's check on fuel, because I am tired of running out of fuel. So it's saying fuel for the actual time to trip to JFK should be only 2,500 pounds. If we need to go to Boston as an alternate, that's an additional 1,300. So there is no reason, if we put 6,000 pounds of fuel in this aircraft, that we should not have enough fuel to get to JFK and to get to Boston if we need to divert. So yeah, we're gonna see what happens. Oh yeah, this pops up because I've got something turned off. I can't remember. I took one of my mod, I think it's the Real Taxiways mod. I took it out and oh, 4,000 for fuel. I'm so scared. Honestly, I agree. I agree. Oh, it's kilograms? Is it not pounds? Where's it at? You know, I don't know. I always thought this was pounds. Maybe it's kilograms in Europe. I truly think this is pounds in the US. Yeah. I haven't stopped flying this Neo. I'm one of these I'm the type of person that really likes to dig in and fly it a lot when I first learn it, especially if I'm if I'm enjoying it. So sorry if it feels like it's an overexposure of Airbus lately, because we haven't flown a Boeing aircraft in a very long time, but you know, enjoy it. Scroll up and look at the block fuel on SimBrief. Yeah, block fuel's right here, 53. I was gonna do 6. I'm gonna do 6,000. And again, I think it's pounds, guys. Do we have a gate? They're all for small aircraft. And even though we fit, by the way, what do you mean, bro? Even though we fit in a small parking spot, it was really hard to navigate as far as the tug for pushback in a small spot. So medium to large is truly what we need. Large is nice because it gives me plenty of room in case I make a mistake. Okay, let's go ahead and pre-file with Vatsim. Oh, and if you're curious, guys, I'm doing this on my other computer. All right, plan is pre-filed, and you should see the, there we go, pre-flight. And once we load in, I will get updated on the scene. Okay. Where did you spawn? Oh, geez, I don't even remember. If there is a way to like backtrack on the stream, I really don't remember. I know it was a large ramp. Let me see if I can find out. Give me just a second. See if I can pull in my flight. And I'll see if I can find out what spot I'm in. Can my sim freeze up here? Yes, it did. Okay, I don't know what was going on there. Okay, parking gates. Well, let me look at the airport information first. Okay, I am in Ron parking. So I'm gonna guess, was it E29 or E31? Neither one, I think. Let me go back one more time. I am in I think E14 or 16A. Oh, here it is, E16A. That's a lot easier than doing everything I did. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, let's log into Vatsim. And let's see if we can update our location on the map there, guys, on the stream. There we go. All right. You know, instead of listening to ATIS, I'm just going to do the text version here. Give me just a moment. You know, I've found in the beginning I was using a lot of blank sheets of printer paper and pens to manually handwrite a lot of this stuff, wasting a lot of trees there, guys. So instead I decided to use iPad and an Apple Pencil, and I just open Notes up and write all this stuff down and clear it out every time when I get done. Saves a lot of trees out there. So let's see, we're information uniform, and altimeter is going to be 3003. Oh no, 3013. Okay. And some of this other stuff, guys, just to show you that I'm not completely ignorant to this. It's telling you wind speed, about 5, direction of wind speed, and it's about 5 knots. Clear skies, there's no weather, clouds or anything to worry about. Altimeter. And this is talking about runways and approaches and things like that. So, yeah, I know I'm not catching everything down, but the main thing I care about from this, because honestly, SimBrief should pull the correct runway that's in use and all of that stuff. So I really don't need to worry about that. I care about the current information, that I'm up to date, and I care about the altimeter because I'm going to need that in a moment. But we have delivery online and ground. So let's go ahead and get our aircraft started. It's nice, guys. Look at this. We've got daylight outside. Isn't this crazy? Look at this. Okay, I'm done looking at it. All right, let's turn battery 1 on, battery 2 on. Go ahead and hit our APU, give it a few seconds, and then hit the starter. We're going to turn on one of our ADIRS on at a time until we see on BAT come on and then go off. Hope everyone's doing well. This is the bleed that I'm talking about. So apparently we turn it from auto to open. I gotcha. Okay. But that was the only thing that we missed. Oh, oops. Oops. Oh, guys, see, I wasn't even paying attention. We're going to assume that it turned on. All right, there's our APU cooking on. We'll turn on our bleed. And on BAT. Off. Turn on our oxygen for a crew supply. Turn on our beacon to let them know outside that we are in here.
Flight attendants, armed doors, and cross-check.
Okay, now let's tune to ground. Or delivery, rather. 12715. Did you get loaded in beside of us? Oh, you took the words out of my mouth when I checked chat. And we will go ahead and set up ground as well. 1219. Okay, so we're going to take the most, what I consider now. Actually, you know what? Let's turn on some lights. And what I consider to be the most important thing that we're going to check first is fuel. Okay. Okay, there's our flight information from SimBrief. Let's take a look at fuel. It's better to go ahead and adjust and do this now. See, it's in pounds. It may be in kilograms in the in Europe, but in the U.S. it's always going to be in pounds. So what was our block fuel? We said 6,000. We've got 6,700 on board right now. We're actually just going to leave that. We're not going to touch it at all. We will change this to real time for refuel time. I think that's cool. But yeah.
Alpha 0717 radio check.
5x5.
How's that, thanks?
Going to go ahead and pull in some flight information. We're going to double check this. Last time we did not double check any of this. And I think that was our main problem, because we took off and we didn't really have a flight plan because I was too trusting. I'm going to wait until this is done and then we're going to check everything. In fact, let's go ahead and adjust this so it's a little bit easier to see. Okay, let's take a look at our flight plan first. So our SID is, where's this at? Barmy to TYI. So here's TYI.
Charlotte delivery, good evening, American 1943 with hotel, requesting IFR clearance to Louis Armstrong, New Orleans.
Not seeing Barmy though.
American
Wharf to J121.
Charlotte
Wharf to J121. So I don't see Barmy 4.
Good morning.
So here's the thing that I missed. I don't think it sets up your departure.
Armstrong International Airport.
Which of course, I should understand that. 36 center.
8,000, expect flight level 320, 10 minutes after departure.
Barmy 4.
Departure will be on 132.9er 7 and squawk 6302.
Okay, now let's check. Oh.
Sorry about that. American 1943 is cleared to the New Orleans airport via Esther 4 departure, IPTE transition. Then is filed, will climb and maintain 8,000, then expect flight level 320, 10 minutes after departure. Departure's on 132.97, and will squawk.
We're going to go ahead and set up our arrival as well, just to make sure we've got it all
American
correct.
1943,
31 right and Carmen.
Correct. Pushbacks at your own discretion. Contact ground on 121.9er for taxi. Expect contact ground for expected runway.
Carmen 4.
All right, we'll head over to ground on 121.9er. Thanks. For American 1943.
No transition. Insert. Okay, now let's check our flight plan. Okay, J121, which is correct. Oops. J121, and then to C.
Good evening. I requested an flight clearance to the Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta International Airport.
Carmen 4.
We have information uniform on board.
Decel to Carmen. We've got a discontinuity here.
Southwest 0717.
All right, this looks good.
Southwest 0717. You cleared to the Atlanta Hartsfield International Airport via the Bob Z4 departure. Tinsley transition, then is filed. Maintain 8,000, expect flight level 300, 10 minutes after departure. Departure is going to be on 132.907 and squawk 6303.
Alright, clear to the Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta International Airport via Bob Z4 departure. Climb maintain 8,000 and then expect 10 minutes after departure 30,000 and departure frequency 123.907 squawk 6303 Southwest 0717.
Southwest 0717. Read back was correct. Push back to air on discretion. Contact ground on 121.9 for taxi. Expect runway 36 center for departure.
Alright, push this for discretion. Call ground 121.9. No one ready taxi. Southwest 0717.
Guys, I'm not seeing anything I'm missing. We've got V1 speed, VR, rotate speed, and V2. Again, I don't put in flex because that doesn't matter. I'll just do toga. And I think we're good. Let me just pull this up on the nav display. Let's set it to plan and let's set it 20 miles. Well, let's set it 40 miles for now. Okay. We're going to take off. Looks good. Looks good. Actually, let's turn on our restrictions. Should start to hit some as we get closer, unless there's just none on this arrival. Oh yeah, there's one for 3,000, but this looks good. Okay. I think we're going to be cleared up to 8,000. We're going to go ahead and put that in for 8,000. And what was our altimeter? 3013. I'm waiting. I mean, I still got to get, I haven't called for clearance or anything yet. 3013. Let's double check ATIS and make sure we don't have any other information. Uniform 3013. All right, we're cool. And we are set to delivery. 12715 1219. All right, we're gonna go ahead and request. Let's go ahead and pull this up on flight plan so that way we can confirm with him. Okay. Grab my iPad. Charlotte delivery, Southwest 1465. Good evening. Information uniform, request IFR to JFK.
Southwest 1465, Charlotte clearance. Good evening. Clear the John F. Kennedy International Airport, Barmy for departure. Tar River transition, Dennis filed. Maintain 8,000. Expect flight level 390, 10 minutes after departure. Departure is going to be on a 13297 and squawk 6304.
We're cleared to JFK via the Barmy 4, then Tango Uniform India, and then it's filed. Cleared up to 8,000, expect 390, 10 minutes after departure, and we got 6304 in the box, Southwest 1465.
Southwest 1465, your read back was correct, push back at your own discretion. Contact ground on 121.9 for taxi, expect runway 36 right for departure.
We'll contact ground 121 on Niner for taxi. Thank you for the ATC, Southwest 1465.
Have a good night.
Sorry, guys. Hate to cough in your ears, but I had to put my iPad down. All right, let's see. Oh, and apparently you need to go to TA because the engines don't have enough to give you traffic and redirect. It's only going to give you traffic. 6304. When you have to do a mid-engine restart. Sorry, guys are probably like, "What is this guy talking about?" Okay, yeah, we were cleared up to 8,000, just as I expected, and we've already got our flight plan in. We are pushing and starting at our own discretion. So let's get that party started. So let's go up to our pushback. Turn that on. Let's take a look outside, guys, and see what we're looking at. We're going to push back and turn right. Or turn our nose to the right. Yep. Okay, and we'll go ahead and turn on our fuel pumps. Okay, and we'll go ahead and turn our engines to ignition, wrong way, and go ahead and hit right engine. And we'll turn on some lights here, guys. It's getting a little dark. Let's see, turn on our strobe for now. We'll actually turn that on auto. Wings we'll leave off. Navigation we'll go ahead and hit. Nose, since we're getting ready to taxi, we'll go ahead and turn that for taxi. And you know what? Technically we don't need these lights for now since it's still daytime. Why is our taxi not doing something? Go backwards. Okay. And as far as direction goes,
Aircraft calling, you're very unreadable.
we need to go this way, right? This way. Yep, this way. Right, and we'll go ahead and hit the left engine. Oh, and we need to switch over to ground as well. And let's go ahead and put in departure frequency of, what was it, 13297. 13297. Yep. Cool. And just kind of taking a look outside. Tug's looking great. All right, guys, everything's looking great.
Flight please prepare for takeoff.
And let it go a little bit further and then we'll stop it. I think we're almost on the line. And that should be on the line. Stop. We'll go ahead and set parking brake. Get the tug to go away. Oh, no, go away. And we'll turn that off. All right, let's check. We should be on the line. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at those wheels. I mean, they're just threading that like a needle. That look at that. Okay. All right, everything's good to go. Let's turn on some lights up here on the overhead. Okay. Can't remember which one I set for taxi lights and landing lights. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, we'll go ahead and turn off our APU bleed. And we are good to request taxi. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull up our charts. We'll learn from Jetliner here and just go ahead and close that. A lot easier. Okay, now.
Charlotte Ground, good evening. Blue Street 1086, just off of the Echo 8, taxi to the ramp.
We are expecting
Blue
36
Street 1086,
center.
Charlotte Ground, welcome to Charlotte, Texas, the ramp by Echo. Have a good night. The ramp by Echo, good night. 1086.
So we're probably going to be taxiing Charlie, Mike, Foxtrot, or Mike to Echo, and Echo to Echo 1. It's probably going to be our taxi route. We'll see. Sounds like someone's trying to contact them. Oh, geez, you know what I forgot to do? And I really want to do it? Number one, let's make sure, yep, we're in idle. And I want to see if we can do these throttle quadrants. Which one was it? I can't remember. Throttle detents. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this first before we call taxi. Okay. Idle.
And ground, good evening. This is Southwest 0717. Just pushed back grade taxi on runway 36 center.
Okay, that's idle. Set throttle. Set throttle.
Southwest 0717,
Climb.
Charlotte Ground, hello, runway 36 center, taxi by Echo, cross runway 5.
Taxi by Echo, cross runway 5, Southwest 0717.
Okay. That's climb. Set throttle. Set throttle. Okay. Flex. Flex. Set throttle. Set throttle. Hopefully Toga doesn't take us all the way. Toga. Toga. Set from throttle. Alright, save and apply. Apply. Oh. Okay.
Ground American 1943 with hotel is ready to taxi.
I think we're good, guys. Let's go back to our flight plan.
American 1943, Charlotte Ground. Hello, what runway are you planned for, sir? Oh, we have 36 right programmed for American 1943. Okay, American 1943, roger, runway 36 right, taxi via Charlie, cross runway 23. Alright, 36 right, via Charlie, cross runway 23 for American 1943, thanks.
Charlotte ground, Southwest 1465, ready for taxi.
Southwest 1465, Charlotte ground. Correction. Stand by.
Standing by, Southwest 1465.
Okay, Southwest 1465, I got you now, sorry. A similar call sign, runway 36 right, taxi via Charlie, cross runway 23.
And we're gonna taxi via Charlie, cross runway 23 for Southwest 1465. All right, guys, let's take off. Parking brake. And hopefully we are moving. Let's give it a little bit of throttle. Not too much, because this thing really does have some power. Okay, here we go. Okay, and we're Charlie, and we're going to go ahead and cross 23. So let's see if we can't. There we go. Make this a little bit more legible. Actually, we'll cross into Charlie behind this, what is this, a 7-3? Could be our pal on the stream. What do you mean, bro? It's back on to... Okay. Cut on to Charlie. Going a little fast here. Brakes. Okay. This thing can get away from you.
And Southwest 0717, just cross runway 5.
Southwest 0717, roger, contact center 132.975, have a good flight.
123.975, Southwest 0717, thank you very much, have it for ATC, happy holidays, have a good night.
Yeah. I can. You just got to just hit the clear first, and then once you hit clear, then tap where the discontinuity is. And if there's something that says manual above the discontinuity, delete the manual, and that should do it. We should be going alpha, I think. He said 36 right, so I think we proceed on. I thought we were taking off from 36 center, but it's okay. Did you get it?
Ground American 943, can we head over to center?
We're just gonna do
Yeah,
36
American
right.
943, you can contact center 132.975, have a good flight.
32975, thanks for the help, and have a great night.
And ground Blue 552, plug up spot 24 Sierra, and we'd like to back taxi to runway 26 center.
Blue Streak 5552, Charlotte ground, low squawk 6306, mode Charlie.
Let's go ahead and set our flaps.
Southwest 1465, contact center 132.975, have a good flight.
Heading over to 132.975 for Southwest 1465. Thank you for the ATC. Have a good night.
I'll grab a more Charlie now for Blue Streak 5552.
Blue Streak 65.
Southwest 972 to 7maintain, flight level 280. Diamond 247 Victor Delta, the EPS wind 2507, runway 27, clear to land. Final Center American 4648, flight level 400. Alright, 4648, Atlanta, squawk 2026. 2026, 4648.
And we'll go ahead and arm our speed
Atlanta
brakes.
Center, American 1943, short of 36 right at Charlotte on Charlie.
American 1943, Atlanta Center, good afternoon. On my 36 right, line up and wait. Wind 3005.
Alright, line up, wait 36 right for American 1943.
American 303, climb maintain, level 370.
See that drift again.
370, American 303.
And Southwest 0717, we're airborne, passing altitude 2,600, climbing up to 8,000.
Southwest 0717, Atlanta Center, radar contact, climb maintain 16,000, and proceed direct, Bobsy.
Alright, proceed direct Bobsy and climb maintain 160,000, Southwest 0717.
Right, 4648, Atlanta Center, radar contact, 90 miles northeast of Alamo, VOR, that's Alpha Mike Golf, descend maintain, level 390. 390, 4640. Delta, question, American 1943, fly heading 330, over my 36 right, clear for takeoff.
330, 36 right, clear for takeoff, American 1943.
American 218, descend maintain, level 240. Descend to 240, American 218.
I do like this controller and the fact that it is a little easier to handle when it's I only need one hand to really do most of it.
Go to 1381, fly remote heading, Knoxville wind 2006, on my 23 left, clear for takeoff. American 303, clear direct bullseye.
We're going to go ahead and request takeoff if he don't call us out in just a moment.
American 303, clear direct bullseye. American 1943, Atlanta Center, radar contact, climb maintain 16,000.
16,000 for American 1943.
American 303, going to Miami, Florida, clear direct bullseye, and resume the Prague 3 arrival.
Atlanta Center, Southwest 1465, ready for takeoff, 36 right.
South 1465, Atlanta Center, good afternoon. The wind is 3005. After departure, fly heading 025 for my 36 right, clear for takeoff.
Flying 025, clear for takeoff, Southwest 1465.
American 1943, turn left heading 240.
240 for American 1943.
Southwest 0717, we're going to can we step away for like a minute?
Before you step away, climb and maintain level 230. Let me know when you're back.
230, and we'll let you know when we're back. Southwest 0717.
Delta 1381, Atlanta Center, radar contact 3 miles southwest of Knoxville Airport to altitude.
All right, guys, here we go. Right, we're going to give it a little fuel, or give it a little throttle, spool up the turbines, release parking brake.
American 303, Atlanta Center, how to hear this frequency?
Oh, we didn't do something for takeoff.
American 1943, when able, proceed direct Esther.
Direct Esther when able for American 1943.
Abello 749, clear direct Juicy.
All right, we are V1.
Juicy, Abello
Go ahead and rotate.
Hello, Juicy 55.
And gear up.
Ready for departure.
And
Alright, Delta 0717, we're back.
Delta 0, correction, Southwest 0717. Roger, climb maintain level 230.
230, Southwest 0717.
Lead Shake 5552 Atlanta Center, good afternoon. Charlotte wind 3005, fly heading 330, runway 36 center, clear for takeoff.
Heading 330, 36 center, clear for takeoff, Blue Shake 5552.
American 218, cross Aussie and maintain 12000 at 250 knots, Atlanta altimeter 3020. American 218, cross Aussie and maintain 12000 at 250 knots, the Atlanta altimeter 3020.
Could you just give me that altitude again, American 218?
American 218, it's in the chat. I'll do it again on the frequency, cross Aussie and maintain 12000, 250 knots.
Cross Aussie 12000, 250 knots, American 218.
Cell 225, heavy Atlanta Center on request, standby. American discussion, Southwest 1465, Atlanta Center radar contact. Proceed direct Gulfy, climb and maintain 16,000.
Direct to Gulfy, climb and maintain 16,000, Southwest 1465.
American 4648, descend maintain level 330.
330, American 4640.
Delta 1381, turn left heading 120.
Left heading 120, Delta 1381.
Southwest 972, descend maintain level 240. American 303, Jacksonville Center closed, frequency change approved.
Atlanta, Blue Shake 5552, passing 2000 for 8.
Blue Shake 5552, radar contact, climb maintain 16,000. Actually, just maintain 8,000 for now.
Alright, 8,000 for now, Blue Shake 5552.
Southwest 1465, just be advised, the previous assigned heading was 025, that'd be a right turn off the runway. Continue with the left turn heading 090 and expedite climb to 16,000.
No.
52 for traffic, mend your altitude, maintain 6,000.
Alright, 6,000, 5552.
Center, I apologize. I thought I was cleared direct to Gulfy. We'll go back to heading, I think it was 025, Southwest 1465.
Delta 1381, clear direct Andre, climb maintain flight level 200. Seven Victor Delta's on the ground and asking for the runway. 7 Victor Delta, taxi to the ramp. Say again for 7 Victor Delta. 7 Victor Delta, taxi to the ramp. Roger, thank you, have a go. Southwest 1465, proceed direct Gulfy, Gulf Uniform, Lima Foxtrot Yankee. Climb maintain 16,000 and be advised your previous assigned heading was 025.
Direct to Gulfy for Southwest 1465 up to 16,000. We're going to expedite that, Southwest 1465.
Blue Shake 5552, traffic no factor, proceed direct Bobsy, climb maintain 16,000.
16,000 direct Bobsy, 5552.
American 218, Aussie at 12,000 and 250 knots, expect runway 26 right. Atlanta Airport arrival latest Delta is current.
Okay, we'll grab Delta, expecting 26 right, then yeah, we'll be crossing Aussie at 12,000, 250 knots for American 218.
Apologies, arrival latest is Charlie at Atlanta.
Thanks for that.
Delta 1381, I want to verify my work. Clear direct Andre, climb maintain level 200.
Clear direct Andre, climb maintain flight level 200, Delta 1381.
Alright, 515 Papa. This is Jet 515 Papa, Atlanta Center, good afternoon. Atlanta Airport departure is Papa, now current altimeter is 3020, my 26 left, taxi via Alpha, which is my 26 right.
26 left via Alpha, also right. 515 Papa.
Southwest 1465, climb and maintain, flight level 230.
Heading up to 230, Southwest 1465.
Negative, flight level 23023.
That's what I said. Flight level 230, that's what I said, Southwest 1465.
Apologies. Southwest 0717, climb maintain, level 260, that'll be your final.
260, that'll be our final. Southwest 0717.
Southwest 972, Jack Center closed, frequency change approved. Frequency change approved, Southwest 972, good day. American 4648, cross Ponzi at maintain level 250.
Cross Ponzi and maintain 250, American 4648.
EPS 517, Jack Center closed, frequency change approved, good day. Frequency change approved, EPS 517, how do they see ya? Please shake 5552, climb maintain level 220. You can delete the speed restriction.
Speed is ours and 220, appreciate 5552.
American 1943, climb maintain level 320, delete the speed restriction.
320 and follow speed restrictions for American 1943.
Southwest 1485, taxi in on Charlie, going to Charlie 1.
Alright, we're going to go ahead and kill our landing lights. Taxi lights, we'll check all these.
Kclt-Kjfk, just give me 30 seconds here. Who was requesting taxi?
Off.
Southwest 1485,
Okay, we're cool.
Then taxi to Charlie 1. 236 right.
And set our altimeter.
1485, Atlanta Center, runway 36 right, line up and wait.
Alright, wait. 36 right for Southwest 1485.
Did I want to land center, Roger, standby. For 515, pop across runway 26 right at Alpha, turn left on Bravo, hold short runway 26 left.
Cross runway 27, sorry, 26 right, left on Bravo,
Southwest 1465, climb maintain level 390.
Heading up to 390 for Southwest 1465.
Southwest 0717, maintain 310 knots or greater for spacing to Atlanta.
310 knots or greater, Southwest 0717.
5522, what's your Mach number?
293 indicated.
Mach speed not indicated.
I'm sorry, 0.806.
Roger, reduce speed, maintain Mach 0.77.
Maintaining Mach 0.77, United 5522.
Southwest 1465, Washington Center closed, frequency change approved. Good night. Good day. United 602, Washington Center closed, frequency change approved. Good night.
Engage for United 602, thanks.
Delta 1381, cross Andre at maintain 13,000 at 250 knots, Atlanta altimeter 3020.
Oh, geez, I had myself muted. We lost internet there for a moment. Hopefully you guys didn't have too much of an issue. We got kicked out from Vatsim for losing the network. That's so rare for that to happen on my Google Fiber, so I do apologize. But hopefully we connected back and we're still okay. We were on Unicom when that disconnect happened, so I think we'll be fine. I'm not sure if we're going to be, let's see, let's take a look, guys. Let's see if we're going to be Unicom the rest of this flight. It's taking a while to load this web page up for me. Geez, that's taking an extremely long time to load that website for me. There we go. All right, let's see if we can take a look at Vatsim. Yeah, we may have tower at JFK. Oh, never mind. We don't have anything. So we may be on Unicom the rest of the flight, guys. We'll have to see. It's okay. Either way, I'm going to step away for a moment. I will be right back. I'm back, guys. What do you mean? Are you still watching? How you doing? Are you up in the air? You know, let's take a look at the Vatsim map and see if we can find our viewer. I'm not sure what their name is, their call sign. I think it was Southwest something. So we'll see if we see them. Why is this freezing up on me like this? You're quite a bit. You're a bit. 1485. Let's see if we can find 1485. Are you flying the same direction we are? Oh, you're doing a little loop-de-loop. Nice. Total airborne 6 minutes. Nice. Probably still in the controller airspace, so you're about to get passed off to Unicom with myself here. And we are quite a bit ahead of you, yeah. We've been airborne for 23 minutes, so we're about 15 minutes ahead of you. But cool. I'm still quiet. Yeah, I'm not really talking. But yeah, I'm not sure why it's quiet. Could be because your volume might be down or something. I'm not sure. I haven't adjusted my mic volumes at all, so those should be about the same. Yep, all of those should be exactly the same. So we're looking at about an hour of a flight ahead of us. Let's see if we can back this map up just a bit on the stream. Oh, we're zooming in. That's not the right direction to go. There we go, guys. A little bit better view there to show you the length of our flight. But we should be following the flight plan almost perfectly. I've already set up everything. I've already set up our arrival. The only thing that was a little wonky was we had put into the flight plan we were leaving from 36 Center, and we actually departed from 36 Right, I believe. I'm not even sure. But either way, we joined the flight plan pretty quickly. And guys, you saw yourself, and if you didn't see, you can rewind the stream after we're done. I was departing, and I was heading 025. He told me in ATC, you're cleared to, I can't even remember the name now. So I said, okay, cool. So I changed it to a managed heading to where it was tracking the flight plan, and we were heading direct to our waypoint. And he was like, where are you going? Going where you told me to go. Where do you think I'm going? And then he didn't quite understand. And I look, I'll give the benefit of the doubt on the fact that, yeah, sometimes the microphones are a little funky and ATC, and you can't, and I may not have been enunciating everything correctly. So the fact that he misheard me on me confirming my altitude, that could have been just whatever. But he did direct me to a waypoint. I went direct to that waypoint, and then he was like, what are you doing? And even if I wasn't direct to that waypoint, it was still going to heading 025. So not sure what was going on with that. We're all human though. We're all susceptible to making mistakes, so it's fine. While we are here, let's go ahead and take a look and see, right before we hit the runway, we need to be at what altitude? 3,000. So let's do our departure, or descent rather, descent rate. Can't remember which one it is. Here it is. Alright, and we're at 39,000, and we're trying to go down to 3,000. So about 113 nautical miles from that waypoint. And in fact, we can go ahead and type that in. It is Malde, M-A-L-D-E. M-A-L-D-E. It will show us the distance. So we're not that far. This is going to be a pretty quick flight, guys. Glimsy. I think it could have been what it was. But I did what he told me to do and got a little attitude about it. Anyway, so when we get 113? Yeah, 113 nautical miles away from this waypoint, we'll go ahead and start our descent, guys, since we're going to be on Unicom anyway. Plus, we've got a bit of a tailwind here, guys, so that's going to help us as far as time goes. It's going to shave off a lot of time. We may be landing before and parked before the hour is up. If we look on the map, we're like 50 nautical miles. Yeah, about 15 minutes behind each other, so you'll probably be landing about 15 minutes after me. But I don't know, this tailwind's going to help you a little bit too. I think there is one thing I'm missing, and that is you need to turn on X feed. I don't think I've been doing that during my flight, guys. I think that turns on like a cross feed, so that way if it needs to transfer fuel, it can automatically. Also, you know what, guys? Let's go ahead and pull up our charts, and let's see if we are looking at a Category 3 runway to where we can try to do an auto land. Let's take a look really quick. Where are we going? Sorry, I had to respond to a text. Let's see. So much stuff on the screen. We are going 31 right. I don't think this is a Category 3 runway. Yeah, I don't think it is. That's okay though. We'll still, you know what, we'll try it anyway. We'll still try to see if we can do some kind of auto land, see what it does. We got minimums of 212. You know what, guys, we'll go ahead and put some of this stuff in to our MCDU. So we'll go to performance and next phase and QNH. For now is 3001 for JFK. So we'll put that in. We'll change it if needed later. Temperature at JFK right now is 3 degrees. We'll go ahead and put 3 degrees. Alright, we've got a wind direction of 310 at 13 knots. So 310 at 13. And we got minimums, what do we say, 212? 212. Okay, we're gonna do a full config for landing. So, our final, we should be at 131. But again, we're gonna let the computer try to land us. So, everything else looks good. And come back to our distance, and remember we're looking for 113 on this, so we got about 110, 120 nautical miles to go before we start our descent down to 3,000. Everything's looking great, guys. We are landing on, does it say here? 31 right. Are you going for the same runway? And I'm not sure if it's already put it in here, but you can sometimes check. Yeah, it's got localizer frequency of 111.5, which is correct. It's got our course of 314, which is correct. So it's kind of nice how it puts all this in for us. Nice. Heading to the same runway. Cool. I'm gonna step away for a moment, guys. Looks like I might have a friend coming over. I'm also gonna smoke a cigarette, but it's a perfect time because we've still got about 30 minutes. So here's the deal with the auto land, and I'll go ahead and talk about this before I step away. It needs to be a Category 3 runway. That's the big kicker, and the problem is I don't think JFK has any Category 3 runways. But if it is a Category 3, you just don't touch it at all. You just, instead of disconnecting autopilot and auto throttle, you let it take you all the way down, and it will flare and roll out and land and everything for you. And depending on how aggressive you have your auto brake set, it may even go ahead and stop the plane for you too. So yeah, I don't think it puts it in reversers for you. So I think you still have to turn your reversers on yourself, but we're gonna try it. And just a full disclosure, the runway that we're landing at is not a Category 3, so we're just gonna see what happens. But be right back, guys. All right, guys, I'm back. Oh, we're getting really close too. Oh, wow. How far are we away from this? Oh, actually, that's perfect. We're only, that scared me for a moment. But we are still about 144 nautical miles, so about 20, let's say by the time we get to Sierra India Echo, we'll go ahead and start our descent down.
flight deck, ladies and gentlemen. As you may have noticed, we have begun our initial descent down to our destination. Now would be a good time to wrap up any business you need to take care of as we prepare for our approach. If you are up, once you return to your seat, we ask that you remain seated until the aircraft arrives safely at the gate. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
All right, guys, we're gonna check really quick and make sure the altimeter is still 3001, so we're good on that. Getting close to transition altitude, so once we cross 18,000, we're gonna go ahead and set our altimeter to that 3001. Everything is set up in our MCDU. Flight plan is all set up. We're gonna activate the approach phase once we get pretty close to the runway and do our final turn to line up with the runway. Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, I'm back. When did you send that? 4 minutes ago. Yeah, I wasn't back. I had myself muted. I started the descent, but I wasn't talking. But we don't have any restrictions on our flight plan, at least altitude restrictions, until we get to Malo, which is going to be at 3,000, which is our where we're flying to right now anyway. So guys, I'm going to be pretty quiet until we get to our final turn, get to our approach, and then I will come back on the mic and we'll try to do this auto landing, see how that works out. But until then, I'm going to turn the music up just a bit. Let you guys jam out to some Christmas music. So stick around, we're about 10 minutes, 15 minutes from landing. All right, guys, we're getting close. I'm gonna go ahead and activate the, oh, we're below 6,000, so let's go ahead and activate our landing lights. Right. And we will activate our approach phase when we make this final turn here. And everything else is looking good, guys. We'll even turn on our landing system. There it is. We've already picked up the localizer. So should be pretty simple from here, guys. In fact, that's what this guy could be talking about. You see this little notification here on the screen, guys? I think that's telling me when I should be activating my approach phase. So we're going to go ahead and activate it there. So that way we can slow down just a bit, because I think we are just a bit fast right now. Yeah, see, we're at 250, and we need to be going ahead and slowing down for this approach. So once we get to this little marker here, we're going to go ahead and start our approach phase. Still descending, guys. We're coming down to 3,000 now. I think that dot is when I get to my altitude. I think you're exactly right, because that's what it's, we're coming up on 3,000, and that was our altitude. I'm going to go ahead and set flaps for 1. You know what, guys? We'll wait just a bit.
We're inbound on base light 4, runway 02, localizer approach.
All right, and we're going to go ahead and set our auto brake for medium. Looks like we are slowing down now, guys. Yeah, slowing down. Not sure what we're going to. We're slowing down pretty quickly. All right, we're going to go ahead and pull flaps back again. On the Airbus, I truly think flaps control your speed. So once you start pulling flaps back on your descent, the plane will automatically slow itself down. Now I have a hotkey set for my approach, so I'm going to just go ahead and hit that when we start our approach. All right, guys. We'll go ahead and pull flaps back again. And we're still below the glide slope right now, but we're getting close. I'm going to go ahead and activate. Oh, it looks like our approach phase activated itself. It sure did. Well, that's fine. So we're going to go ahead and drop gear. And you can hear the call to the flight deck to tell the flight attendants we're preparing for landing. So cool, such a cool feature. Still should be slowing down, guys. We're trying to come down to 120, it appears. We'll go ahead and pull flaps back again. And we're going to do our final turn for the runway. see your point of view on Twitch. I sadly can't right now. I'm trying to hopefully land this aircraft. About 10 miles off from the runway. Runway is in sight right now.
Is there landing traffic at LaGuardia right now?
Okay. And we're going to go ahead and hit our approach to line up with the glide slope. And we're starting our descent. So guys, we're just going to let the plane try to land itself. We're going to see what happens. Still going to hold the yoke if needed. Let's see what happens with the
traffic, WestJet 720, short final, runway 22, LaGuardia.
2,500.
Still looking good. And just so you guys, if you aren't aware, you can actually check here and see we are lined up perfectly with the diamonds for the glide slope. Got our localizer here, and we're coming down to our target speed of 120, almost there. In fact, we're going to go ahead and go full flaps. And that is it, guys. Let's see what happens. Still looking good, guys. Passing 1,500 now. Yeah, what do you mean, bro? I don't really do that. I probably should. But unless I have a controller there guiding me down, I really don't call out traffic. I heard someone call out something for LaGuardia earlier, but really haven't heard any action at JFK, so there may not even be much action here.
LaGuardia traffic, WestJet 720, clear of the
And just kind of checking our glide slope, lined up perfectly, guys. So we're coming in, we're below 1,000 now, still lined up with the runway. You know what though, what do you mean, bro? I tell you what, I will look that up this week because I'm probably not going to be streaming again until next weekend, and I'll see about making my call outs on Vatsim when we're on Unicom. Make sure we're doing that correctly. All right, guys, we're passing 500. I'm still not touching the yoke. Still going to try to let the plane flare and roll out and land itself. Let's see what happens.
500.
All right, we're at 500. All right, looks like it says land. So it looks like it's going to try to do an auto land.
300.
We are going to, all right, we're at 300.
200.
200
Minimum.
at minimums.
100.
100.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
That was a smooth landing, my friends. All right, flaps up and thrusters off. And we will go ahead and make an exit for the runway. And let's see, speed brakes, we will disarm. We'll go a little bit further on the runway. Let's see, go ahead and turn on the APU. Turn on bleed. Good flight though, guys. That was a smooth, that was a butter landing. This thing did not do too bad. All right, we'll go ahead and take this exit off the runway. But that was pretty smooth. And I see some terminals right in front of us, guys, so we're just gonna try to take those. Yeah, that was pretty good. It was not a bad landing at all. Hopefully this bus can get out of our way. There you go, hit the gas, buddy. All right, we're behind the apron now. Let's see, we're gonna try this stall. We're gonna give a little bit of room between us and the other plane, so we're gonna try this stall here. Let's see. See if we can take this wide, guys. Got a little bit of lag here at the end. You know what? Some of that could be attributed to Vatsim, but that's okay. All right, let's see if we can come up and line up with this. We still shot a little soon. See if we can slow down just a bit. Don't go too fast here. All right, lining up here, guys. We'll go ahead and hit the parking brake, and let's check our work here. All right, we're not lined up the best in the world, but I think we can still, get the jetway to come over. Let's see. Go ahead and call for the jetway. I got a little bit of lag here, guys. All right, let's see if it can make it over. Here it comes. And we'll go ahead and kill the engines. And jetways. And you can hear the passengers departing. So we'll go ahead and kill the APU. And we'll turn off our batteries and let those drain. And that is it for tonight, guys. Buttery smooth landing. Buttery smooth. Let's go ahead and turn off some lights. I think I have those turned off. All right. Yeah. Hey, I tell you what, I will tune in and we'll watch. What is your... I'm better on the flight stick. Yeah, I think, well, see, technically I didn't do any of that landing. So I tried to do an auto land and the plane landed itself, so I didn't do anything. But when I get off stream, I will definitely check out your landing. The plane should have just a little juice in the batteries, but it should turn off in just a moment. But that's it for tonight, guys. I gotta call it a night because I've got work tomorrow, sadly, and probably won't be streaming again. Maybe Friday or either Saturday of next week. But thank you so much for sticking around. Smooth landing, buttery smooth. Which jetliner could have saw that? Have a good night, guys.